last night I was reading in Isaiah, I think it verse chapter 28, verse 7 to 8, I think it is. It says, and these also stagger from wine and reel from beer. Priests and prophets stagger from beer. And are befuddled with wine. They reel from beer. They stagger when seeing visions. They stumble when rendering decisions. All the tables are covered with vomit, and there is not a spot without filth. I really know that God's been doing with me about spending more time with Him. I saw a thing about worldly Christians on Facebook. I don't want to be worldly, even though, I use my phone a lot and my tablet and stuff. We have to get up early and make time with the Lord. Sometimes the Lord wakes me up at 3 in the morning. But I'm sometimes woke up early. Sometimes I just lay in bed and pray. But every day the Lord's teaching me how to pray without ceasing. And I don't want to be carnally minded, because if you're walking in the flesh, you're going to die. I want to be spiritually minded. I want to walk in the Spirit so I can live. I'm going to tell you, when I was 28 years old, I went to the Fernandina Nazarene Church. That's where I seen the purple robe of Jesus inside of the Nazarene Church before I went in. And the Lord touched me with heat from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. He told me to be a song evangelist. But I'm getting older, and I haven't really done much for the Lord except sing online and a few things off and on, like rain meeting in our church and sing in church a little bit. But I love missions, and I love missionaries. And I know that the Lord has a special calling for all of us, and He has a calling for you too. But for me to do evangelism, I would need a team. I think that I only know also that I'm by myself in this, because it was at the Church of God Cleveland at 29 years old. I saw my mom standing outside of the camper, outside of a Winnebago. We had that dream 3 days apart. And I was with this group of men in black suits and white black ties. And they had black suits on. And they were evangelists. And I was with them. And then I seen myself singing in the church behind a brown pulpit. I know that was probably the assembly of God. And when I was younger, I used to have dreams. I saw the hills of heaven. I saw me walking with my mom in the hills of heaven. I seen a church with blue seats where everybody loved you. And it's really funny because a prophetess was there. Back in the dream, Judy Nelson was there. A prophetess I knew from Powtock. But when I went to that church in Illinois, in Lovington, Illinois, at the Maranatha Assembly of God, there was a woman prophetess there, but it wasn't Judy Nelson. But it stood for that. And yes, it had blue seats in it, and the church stood for the church loves you. I love that church, and I pray for that church. Lovington is a good place to live in Lovington, Illinois. I love Maranatha Assembly of God, and I love the people there. And I love Jesus. I guess sometimes you're by yourself in the ministry. See, for me, I married a man that's not a Christian. I guess he used to be when he was 10 because he got baptized, but he needs to rededicate his life to the Lord and live for the Lord. I messed up a lot in my life, but I was sick for a long time with bipolar, and yeah, it had auditory times. It was auditory because God had the disease for 11 years, 11 and a half years, and I was waiting for him to heal me. And he promised healing 11 and a half years ago to heal me. And I went to the psychiatrist in Florida, and it's bipolar. But my daughter has the same thing. And this demon it has spoke over her and destroyed her. It has destroyed our lives. I guess these demons have an assignment from Satan to come and destroy your family or destroy your minds. But I believe the Lord heals, and I believe that He will see me through. I do know that He promised me heaven. You know, you can't help what thoughts turn into mind. You can't help if a demon of bipolar curses in your mind and hurts you. You can't help that. But you can repent and live the best you can for the Lord. I know that Jesus is coming back too, and we need to be ready and about the Master's business because there's a lot of people that need to be saved. In my family and in your family, there's a lot of people that are lost.